What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another install on the Civic. I've already got it taken apart, at least as far as taking the rear bumper off, but we're going to be installing the new 2020 garnishes there for the front and the back. These are the back ones. That's my back bumper. As you saw in the car just now, I just took it off. Didn't really feel like showing, or felt like I needed to show removal of the bumper, because that's pretty straightforward. To just find all the screws around it and take them off. You know, got a couple on the top here and some on the bottom. But I am going to show you how to put on the garnishes on the rear bumper, because that requires a little bit of modification to the bumper. These actually, as you can see here, this part sticks out farther than the original one on the older bumpers. Which mine's a 2018, as some of you guys know from watching previous videos, but that part there is not as thick as this one is here. So we actually need to be doing some modifications to the bumper here and basically cutting out this square piece here. That way this part here has enough room to fit in, and it'll still clip onto the OEM clips. Because all the clips are the same on this one and they fit right into the same spots. The problem is this thing is much thicker because of the new design with the actual honeycomb kind of, you can see, you can stick your finger through it, and the whole painted part here. So we're going to be doing that, cutting that out. I'll show you how I do that. The front was pretty straightforward, a lot easier. I already did it, so I'm not going to show you guys that, but if you guys want, I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description to my friend that installed these and did a video on it on how to do it. But these are pretty simple. It literally took me 5 minutes to do the front, because you can actually remove these and put the new ones in without having to take off the whole bumper, which is a lot nicer. Obviously, you know, I'd rather not take the bumper off, and I tried to do it without removing the bumper, but I'll show you in a minute. There's a screw that you just can't get to without removing the bumper in the back. But the front ones, yeah, a couple of pry tools here and there. Again, I'll leave the link to my friend's video down in the description, so you guys can go check it out if you want to see how to do that. But it pops off. You gotta push clip from the back to undo, and then that's it. Put the new one in and you're good to go. But yeah, it looks so much better than the OEM. Sorry about the dirty car. Looks like I had a cat walking around there. That sucks. But yeah, you gotta remove the bumper to do the back one. You can't do it without it, because you have this one screw, man. One screw right here. And you gotta remove that, because that's screwed into here. See a little hole there? That screw is going through there on the OEM one, and obviously you gotta put it in through this one as well. And unfortunately, the crash bar in the back sits right here, and it covers access to this screw here. You can feel it if you stick your hand back there, but there's no way to get a screwdriver because the crash bar again just kind of blocks it. So you don't have a choice but to remove the bumper off to be able to get to that screw. If it wasn't for that screw, it'd be like the front. You could just pop it off and pop the new ones in, or pop it off, cut it out while the bumper's still on the car. You know, cut out the little section I was talking about, and then pop it back in. But unfortunately, there's a screw. I mean, I get it, it's good, safety reasons, that way nobody could just come around and pop your shit off. But yeah, that was a bit of a pain. This sucks that I gotta take the bumper off, but hey, it's done it a few times before, so it wasn't that bad for me. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off, and then show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so I popped off the old one, and as you can see here, pretty big difference in what they look like from the inside portion that touches the bumper. This one's nice and flat, it's not much to it. And then you got the new one here, it's extremely thick. It's got this whole section here. The other one stops like with this part here, like it aligns, but this one comes all the way out here. So because of that, we gotta make a hole right here so that can fit through it and clip onto the clips around the edges. So also you gotta get from the old one, don't forget to take off the reflector here, little old reflector, because the new ones don't come with it. So you just pop it off of here, stick it onto the new one. So don't forget to do that. And yeah, I guess I'll get started. I'm gonna take off the other side and then start making my hole, and I'll show you guys what that looks like when I'm done. Okay, what I'm doing here now is I'm gonna basically try to measure out where I need to cut the hole. So I got the new part here, gonna basically kind of put it up in where it's supposed to go, more or less, since it can't go in all the way because of the inside part. And then here I can see exactly basically where the thickness ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically be cutting from here to about right there, about right over here. So I would recommend you doing this also if you're gonna do it. Just prop it up here like so. Try to gauge where, oh god, try to basically gauge where this part here is gonna sit on the bumper, and then I guess come back around. I think I'm gonna use a Sharpie and just kind of make a little same shape as this here, and then kind of trace that with my cutting tool. I'm using a little Dremel tool. That's what I've heard other people used to cut this out, so hopefully that works easily and cuts through good. Alright, so this is my little Dremel tool, nothing special, little drill master. I got this at Harbor Freight. I think I literally paid like $7 for it, maybe. And doing a pretty good job. Well guys, here it is, hole cut out. This is the piece you're left with. This of course you're gonna just throw away, don't need that anymore, unless you want to keep something around for paint matching purposes. You can actually that's a good idea, I just thought about that. If you need to get something paint matched on your car but you can't leave your car, like let's say you're getting a wing or something, they usually need a part of your car to paint match against, so this would be perfect for a body shop. So maybe I might keep one around but throw away the other one. I don't need two of them. But there's the hole. Now we can get this guy fitted in there. Let's see, hopefully I cut it big enough. Kind of went around as much of the border as I could, so should be fine. This piece here ain't that big. I think I cut like maybe all the way out here type of situation. So let's see. You gotta pull this guy in here out and stick this in there, because this little clip here kind of clips behind this guy. So pull this out, stick that in there. There we go. Let's line the rest of it. Let's see if we can pop it in. There we go. Force it in some. And I just gotta pop this guy back in. And there it is. All set and done. Now I just gotta take the little reflector off the old one and pop it in here, and I'm all done. But it looks good. Looks real good. Still gotta do the other side now. But there you go. Basic little cutout there. And you got enough room to pop it in. Let me show you guys the other side here. See? All the clips went in nicely. That's one thing you want to check for afterwards. Make sure that all your clips actually clipped, because you don't want this falling off, of course. So they're all good. You can see them all. This place has plenty of room here. It cleared perfectly. I probably could have cut a little bit more down here, but still pushed through and clipped on, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, there you go. And this is where that screw was. Gotta put that back in. And this side is done. On to the next one. Alright guys, so what I learned on the other side was that this shit was kind of a pain with the Dremel even. At least this Dremel is a piece of crap. At least the bits are. The bits kept breaking on me. I literally used like maybe 4 or 5 of these things because they kept breaking. But what I just figured out on this side is I wanted to try it and see if it worked. Is I made a small line, like an indent, I guess you could say, like with the Dremel. Like I kind of went through and kind of cut an outline. It didn't cut all the way through, you know, just enough to make the line there. And then I took an X-Acto knife and I kind of punctured it, and on this side I punctured it and I drove it straight down, and it actually cut real easily. So that'll work, or a box cutter will work. That's all I had. I didn't really have a box cutter, and a box cutter would probably work better since the blade is bigger than this one. But alright, let's let the trash people do their job here, making all kinds of noises. But yeah, so what I did on this side is just Dremel out a little bit. Don't have to try to go all the way through. That way you don't risk breaking your bits, especially if you don't have a bunch of them. And that way, you know, it's easier on the little motor too, because especially this one, like I said, I paid like $7 or $8 for it, so it's not the greatest thing in the world either. If you had a better one, you probably would be good using the Dremel completely. But since I have a cheap one, I just cut out a little bit, just enough to make a line, and then use my X-Acto knife to actually cut it out the rest. So I've already done it here, and you can see it cut right through pretty easily too. I didn't have to push much force. So I've got the line already made for the rest of it, so let me go ahead and cut that out with my little knife, and then pop in the new one. Alright guys, check it out. Got it back on the car. There it is, all done. If you've got a 2020 already, this is nothing new. You see this every day, but for us with the older models, it's a nice refresher. But there it is, back all installed, bumper put back on. Here's the front again. Oh man, yep, definitely looks so much better. Woo. Now I can say I got a 2020 and nobody will know that I'm lying. Because I've already got the diffuser as well. So you guys, there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you got any questions for me. I'll be more than happy to answer them. But until the next video, take care. Have a great day.